Welcome to this month's newsletter overview, a podcast that brings you stories of transformation and prayer from around the world through the work of Every Home for Christ. Today, we're focusing on Bangladesh, a nation grappling with intense economic challenges, but also experiencing powerful testimonies of transformation through community development and the love of Christ. Economic crisis in Bangladesh. Bangladesh is currently facing its worst economic crisis in recent memory. According to a recent report from the Australian Development Policy Centre, inflation has surged. The currency has lost about 30% of its value against the US dollar in just 2 years, and millions are struggling to meet basic daily needs. We reached out to the director of Every Home for Christ in Bangladesh to learn how this crisis is affecting the vulnerable families and sponsored children we serve. His response was both sobering and inspiring. Inflation has jumped from 6% to nearly 10%, with the prices of essentials like food, fuel, and household goods skyrocketing. The poor are getting poorer, and many families are being forced to make impossible choices. But in the midst of this, EHC is stepping in, not with empty promises, but with tangible help. Free schooling, food programs, and training in life-changing skills. Real stories of impact. Let me introduce you to Majnu, a rickshaw driver from Kurigram. With no land or savings, he moved his family to a Dhaka slum just to survive. But through our free EHC school, his young son Redwan now receives an education, school supplies, clothing, and nutritious meals. Things Majnu could never afford on his own. He told us, "We have benefited a lot from the school. I want to thank EHC for their help and cooperation." And then there's Seema from Gopalganj district. She and her husband struggled to support their family of 6, especially after prices soared. But when she joined EHC's sewing project, everything changed. With free training and a sewing machine, she now earns steady income and helps support her household. Her words? "It has changed our life." A call to support and pray. We know this crisis isn't isolated. Around the world, including here in Australia, New Zealand, and the UK, people are facing higher costs of living. That's why we're not asking our faithful child sponsors to give more monthly. Instead, we're simply asking, would you consider a one-off gift to help us meet the rising costs of our overseas programs? Even if you're not a sponsor, your gift can help keep schools open, sewing machines running, and rickshaws on the road. You'll find details in the show notes or at everyhome.org.au. A global gospel movement, World Missionary Press. Meanwhile, our partners at World Missionary Press continue to bless our efforts by providing thousands of gospel tracts free of charge, in dozens of languages. Their latest story comes from Côte d'Ivoire, where Mama N, a new believer, is now devoting her life to spreading the good news in her village. Her passion reminds us why we do what we do. "I will never stop announcing God's love to people," she says. Whether it's in a village in West Africa, a prison in the US, or a slum in Dhaka, God is moving. Prayer across the nations. Every Home for Christ is present in over 150 nations. This month, we ask you to pray with us for Tunisia, for open doors to the gospel; Central Asia, where believers face real danger for their faith; the Philippines, Kosovo, Namibia, Ecuador, and more, each with unique needs and breakthroughs. And of course, Bangladesh. Pray for peace, provision, and revival. And don't forget, we're praying for you too. Whether you're facing financial hardship, need prayer for your business, or simply want spiritual support, reach out to us. We believe in the power of prayer and in the God who hears. Abraham's blessing, a prayer for business. Before we close, one inspiring story. In a church in Texas, the congregation began praying weekly over the business cards of their local entrepreneurs. Over time, they witnessed amazing breakthroughs, God prospering businesses that in turn became blessings to others. Could that be your business? Could your workplace be a mission field? We invite you to send us your business card or name so we can pray over you as well. Thanks for joining us today. If this episode touched you, please share it with someone who needs a reminder that hope is alive, even in hard times. Until next time, keep praying, keep giving, and keep going, because every number is a name, every name a story, and every story a soul deeply loved by God. Visit us at everyhome.org.au.